And that's what happens a lot on these types of estates and these type of communities. So that's why a lot of people go down the wrong path, and the people that are giving out the funding and whatnot, they don't see where the money should be going. You know, like a lot of money gets wasted, let's face it, on things that we don't need in the community. Sculptures and stuff that go up in London, millions gets wasted every year, but it all goes on the wrong area of London. It never goes on in the right things. And I think that if the people in charge of all this money are to sort of make the most of their money, they need to sit down with leaders in the community to find out where the money could be best utilised, like where it could benefit from the most. And I don't think they do that. They just throw money left, right, and centre, and they say, "Oh, look, we help that community, this community, we're doing our bit." But they're not doing anything, because if money doesn't go in the right place, you might as well have not said that you were helping in the first place if you're not putting it in the right place. And if it did go in the right place, then a lot of this kind of like, I don't know, gang culture and groups and stuff, that would all stop, and it would change, because people wouldn't feel the need to do that, because they could sort of meet up with their friends somewhere else. They could work towards like making a team with their friends and competing for success and getting respect that way. So you could either, like, put it this way, you can either be on the street and you can like be in a gang or whatever, that's great, whatever, but don't expect it to go anywhere. There's still people that are my age, in their 20s, that are still in gangs, for God's sake, and they're still, I don't know, they're still doing what people were doing back in the day, and they're not going anywhere. I don't like to say not going anywhere, but they're just doing the same thing all the time, and they don't want to change that, and that's up to them. But you just got people that are younger need to realise that they just need to realise that unless you change, now's the time to change, because if you don't, you need to think about the future, basically, and a lot of people don't. Being younger, you don't think about the future, and if you're not careful, when you get older, you're never going to change your ways and your mindset, and that might prevent you a lot in life. So you need to sort of have an open mind, and don't forget your friends. The people that you call friends are not always there either. People that you hang around with now when you're like 15, 16, whatever, they're not going to be there in 10, 20 years' time. You need to think about what you can do to change your lifestyle, and the people that are your friends will still be there in the future. I've lost a lot of friends simply because what I do, people might not believe in, or they don't think it's the right thing, or never did, or whatever, but they'll want to be your friend in the future when they see you doing well. But that's not a friend to me. And your real friends will be there regardless, through thick and thin, and just it's just hard to sort of explain what I'm getting at here, but
1 second.